Gentlemen, welcome back to the Prime Dude. Today we are talking shoes. We are talking Beckett Simonan. That's right, probably the hottest in shoemaking today. One of the hottest brands because these guys are made to order at an extremely low price for the high value and high quality. That's right. I can tell you, I love these shoes. I love the process. It's worth waiting for. We're going to talk specifically about what I've invested in, what it was like to purchase from Beckett Simonan, and even where the name of the company comes from. So tune in. Okay, guys, where does the name Beckett Simonan come from? I want to cover that before I talk about these fantastic shoes and boots. So, the founder really admired two different style icons. The first one being Samuel Beckett, a famous playwright and author who was also known for setting trends in fashion. And then the other name, part of the name Simonan, is based off of bassist Paul Simonan from The Clash. That's right, a fantastic, iconic musician, also known for his trend-setting style. So now that we got that covered, pretty cool name. Wanted to let you know the origin because it was the first thing I asked. And for a while, I thought there was actually someone named Beckett Simonan. Now the shoes. Really interesting process they have here. First of all, they save you money by not making a ton of inventory. And they tell you about this on their website. You take a look, you can read about their story and what they're trying to do. Now, these aren't American-made products, but they are very proud of their employees in Bogota, Colombia, who hand make these shoes to order for you when you order them. Now, it would be very expensive if the moment you put your order in, these beautiful Bordeaux horsebit loafers were made immediately, as in custom. They're not exactly like it. They'll wait until they get a certain amount of orders, and then they'll make a batch. The moment you put your order in, they're going to communicate with you. So whether it's one of these awesome sneakers or these beautiful oak-colored boots that I got direct from the website, they're going to let you know, hey guys, you've made the order, here's what happens, and then we'll start your shoes and email you upon starting your shoes at that very moment. So it might be 1 up to 3 weeks before they even start making your shoe. So patience is key when ordering a shoe or boot, pair of shoes or boots from Beckett Simonan. Okay, let's talk about my first order. I actually ordered 2 pairs of shoes from Beckett Simonan, and I got to experience the exchange process as well, which is very, very important. Now, first of all, I ordered, and this was actually something I got later, we'll talk about it, but I had actually ordered an oak loafer. So I ordered in size 10, and as you can see here on the website, there's tons of colors, but I ordered these horsebit loafers in oak, and unfortunately, I went with a size 11. I'm kind of between when it comes to loafers, and I thought maybe because these might be closer to an American brand, which I have ordered before, and I typically am an 11, I went with it. So I got the shoes, and they were a little bit big. Now, they'll send these little inserts in case you're between sizes, and those actually helped a little, but I wasn't comfortable, and I was a little bit disappointed because I'd already waited almost 3 months for these shoes. But again, it was my first order, guys, and as I've said it before, in fashion and in style, you've got to be patient and find your fit and lock in. I've spent a lot of money misfitting myself, and believe me, it's definitely not worth it. So when I wrote them, I had actually ordered 2 pairs of shoes. Now, perfect though, the Reid Sneakers, right? Those I showed you briefly before. I'll show you again in a second. These fit great. I'm a size 11, very standard to an American brand. So keep that in mind. You might be a half a size larger in the sneakers, which is the same for me for brands like Allen Edmonds, where I'm actually a 10.5 in their dress shoes and boots, but in their sneakers, I am a US 11. So now back to the shoes. First of all, these are the ones, they were too big. I needed a 10.5. I wrote them. I was thrilled with the sneakers, so at least I did a 2 shoe order in the beginning, which was for a discount. You got to watch for that. They'll actually do 2 shoes for much less than an individual $219. It doesn't happen often, but when they do, jump on it. So they wrote me, and unfortunately, in 10.5, they did not have these loafers for me to send right away. Now, if they had people who had 10.5s that were too big or too small, they could have then sent me the same loafer, the same color, but again, they didn't, but they were really nice. Someone had misordered, not paid for, whatever, a 10.5 in the Bordeaux, a beautiful, somewhat like burgundy color. And I said, great, I love it. Send it to me. I'll take these Bordeaux shoes. And this is what I ended up with. They're fantastic, beautiful horsebit loafers. I would say, looking at the color, guys, they're a little bit darker than the photo lighting you see here in this picture. So keep that in mind. And you can probably tell here, these are the same loafers from the picture there. They're a bit darker in person. I also got the matching belt, and I was thrilled with it. And of course, these leather top sneaker bottom shoes. So the upper is a real nice, almost water resistant feel leather. Of course, treat it with your Saphir protectant spray. But these shoes came fantastic. I've already worn them a bunch, guys, so you might see a little dark here. They clean up pretty nice. That's the only downside of white base or white sole sneakers. But I'm telling you, fantastic order. So I got my 2 shoes, and I was really happy with the process. So I wanted some boots. I'd never had a boot in this type of oak, sort of beautiful, bright, near walnut color. So I pulled the trigger, and I felt like I was pretty certain in my size. 10.5. I'm almost always a 10.5 in boots, and here they are. They came perfect, guys. Took about 2.5 months because, again, they made these in batches, but it was well worth the wait. The color and comfort are fantastic. They're super sturdy on the base, on the sole, and I'm telling you, you feel like you're walking on a soft foundation in these boots. And of course, the shoes and sneakers are extremely comfortable as well. I can't tell you enough how fantastic the process is, how wonderful it is throughout the shoe ordering. What happens too when you order is they communicate exquisitely well throughout the process. So they don't just send you an email and say, hey, we'll get started in a couple weeks, see you in 2 months, maybe 3, depending on when your batch goes through. They actually start telling you about the people making your shoes, and they send you updates on where you are in the process. So they confirm your order. They let you know, hey, we'll follow up and tell you when we start your shoes. They do that. Then they tell you a little bit throughout the process and give you an update and thank you for being patient. This is what allows them to keep their prices down. It's not just making them in Bogota, Colombia, where they take very good care of their employees. They show you pictures. They really tell you about the men and women making your shoes. And I feel very comfortable ordering from this company, Beckett Simonan, because I know and feel they treat their workers really well. But as they go through the process, they're saving you money because they know exactly what materials, what inventory, what raw materials, leather, rubber, everything, lacing, that they have to source for the batches. So they're not buying warehouses full of full grain leather. They're not having to pay ahead for extra inventory like more expensive, high quality shoemakers do, like Allen Edmonds or Barker or Alden. No, these guys are able to bring high quality Oxfords, boots, sneakers, loafers, because they make the exact amount that are ordered in batches, and they know exactly what they need to buy for supplies. That is why you can get these shoes for pretty ridiculous prices, guys. I mean, when I take a look at boots like this, $259 made to order for something that is as elegant in black, Bordeaux, right? And you can see here they have a pretty standard color scheme or color spectrum that they offer, an even brighter tan that just jumps out over the oak, or one of my favorites always, and probably my next purchase in a boot from Beckett Simonan, is their darker brown. They got the beautiful brass rings for the loopholes, for the lace holes, and again, you can really feel how smooth when you tighten your laces as you tie them down and loop them through, that these are really high quality handmade boots and dress shoes that are, again, made to order at an incredible price. I would say off the rack, off the shelf, a boot like this is going to cost $500 or $600. This kind of quality, this kind of welt, right, in construction, or the Blake stitching in some of the other shoes like the loafers. These are over $500 shoes, or at least $450 with other competing brands, because they have to buy so much inventory and they have to plan ahead, and that is expensive. The moment you have to hold supplies on a shelf, you're having to charge your customer for that service. So guys, Beckett Simonan is a fantastic company to order shoes from. Of course, if you need something now, you got an event coming up, you can't risk it. Even if it's something that's less than 3 months away, you're pushing it. Don't order shoes for that. Plus, if it's your first order, what happens if it's not the right size and they don't have your size in that made inventory from that batch in the color you need? So don't do that. But if you're looking to add to your wardrobe, add to your shoe collection, and really kind of diversify what you're wearing without sacrificing style or quality, this is the way to go, guys. Order a couple of these shoes, but maybe just order one. The prices are great. Order a boot, order a loafer, and get your size down. It's pretty standard. I would say they're true to size. I really kind of messed up. I should have done my standard 10.5 with loafers like I do with even Allen Edmonds or Alden, like overseas, 10.5 straight. I'm a D width, normal width. These guys are fantastic for that. And if you have a little bit narrow feet, send them an email. They'll send you those little inserts. But again, these are pretty comfortable shoes, guys. And I'm telling you, they're going to last a long time. Just give yourself some time on the orders. That covers it, guys. That was Beckett Simonan, dress shoes, boots, and sneakers. I hope I was helping you guys get an idea of what to expect when you order. Remember, be patient. Enjoy the quality process and the communication from this fantastic company. You're going to be thrilled and excited when you get these shoes in the mail. Try them on. Enjoy yourself. And right now, guys, they are having a special on their Chelsea boots. Pretty typical, right? We're getting out of winter into spring, and boots, for me especially, are not going to be around much when I'm in warm climates, and that's mostly what I'm in. Now's the time to grab a pair for next season. I'm going to get a dark brown pair of their Chelsea boots. They got plenty of styles on there, and they're all on sale for less than $200, which is absolutely fantastic for a quality leather Chelsea boot. Thanks again, guys, for tuning in. Remember, like, subscribe, share with your friends. Tune in for the next episodes. I've got YouTube Shorts. Follow me on TikTok. Follow me on Twitter. Thanks for your comments. Give me your feedback and check the links below. Always a pleasure, guys. Thanks for tuning in, and stay prime.